I'm just tired of getting all dressed up, looking gorgeous, going out.
Peanut? Happy? Of course I'm going to tell a story. Picture it. Morocco, the 30s.
And
get this. They said the inspector quit 3 days after the Shady Pines fire. It seems he mysteriously came into some money and moved to an exclusive Palm Beach neighborhood. Do you know what that means?
Rose, of course I know what this means.
Then will you explain it to me?
Behave yourself. Hello, Mr. Weinstock.
Oh, my goodness, as I live and breathe.
Unfortunately.
You're little Dorothy Petrillo.
That's right.
You haven't changed a bit. Same gorgeous smile, pretty eyes, beautiful figure, long golden blonde hair.
You have cataracts, don't you?
Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
I understand, God. I know these things happen. What? Well, if you want. You dirty rat!
Sad, you look so sad. What's wrong?
God says it's not your time yet. You gotta go back, Sophia.
But I want to be with you.
It looks like it's going to be a long night.
Thing. They renewed their marriage vows. You two should do that. You've got a priest right here. It'd be perfect. It's sweet, it's romantic, it's spontaneous. It's the dumbest idea I've ever had.
I think it's a great idea.
What? His memory. That's Charlie, my husband, not Charlie, my granddaughter. But you'd know that if you were still awake. Then today, I found that the lies I've been telling about Charlie are hurting Charlie. Husband and granddaughter, respectively.
I need something to eat.
What, didn't you just have dinner?
Oh, I couldn't eat. I was just too stunned.
What are you going to do, Blanche?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's not as if she were my daughter.
Blanche, you're wearing my earrings.
Oh, I know that.
But when I asked you before where they were, you said you didn't know, and now you're wearing them.
Well, Rose, there could be two explanations. Either I was lying or I was wrong about the number of explanations.
Excuse for that.
Although I was the ball queen, did I tell you that? Oh, that's right, I did. Well, here I am all caught up in myself still, fighting with Virginia and the rest of the family when we ought to be comforting each other.
Snuck out on us, like why you used us. Like why you're speaking better English than Sylvester Stallone.
Happy, what is this all about?
The violin. In 2 days, I have an audition for the Juilliard School of Music.
Yeah, right. And I'm Jimmy Swaggart' favorite way to pass a lonely afternoon.
Beautiful. Mwah. I'll call you in the morning and make the arrangements. So long, Sophia. You're beautiful, too.
Why did I ever marry that man?
Because he knocked you up.
My, sir, I do believe you're jealous.
You know, normally I hate it when people tweak my nose, but at least you're touching me. Look, are you seeing somebody else?
A clue yet about Blanche versus Rose. And he said, now, Rue, I'd like you to read Blanche, and Betty, I'd like you to read Rose. And she said, oh, okay. And they heard us read. He heard us read. They heard us read. And the next thing I know...
With my $10, I got that can opener I always...
Don't say no. Just hear me out. Do you think I'm cute?
Oh, Ma.
Just answer.
Yes, Ma. I think you're cute.
Would you say cute verging on adorable?
Sophia, what's this all about?
Just
Hear more about this mix-up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Night.
Start a fire with rocks, distill seawater into drinking water. Now, if you want to get out of this alive, I suggest you listen to me. Do I hear any objections? I didn't think so. Dorothy, Blanche, start breaking up the boat. We need wood for a fire. And you three, head up north, up that ridge. Based on those rock formations, there's a good chance
To meet the bachelor who picked me, and it was the Pope.
Boy, that is a tough one. Where'd you go on the date?
Oh, forget it. Good night, Blanche. Rose, what are you doing out? I thought you were asleep.
I went out to get provisions. I figured we'd be up on flowers that year because of what happened to old man Smith. He was our town florist. He was also our town's only blacksmith. Come to think of it, he was our town's only black man. Anyway, when he first moved in, the town council decided to give him a traditional Scandinavian welcome, gathering on his for a group hug.
Oh, honey. Of course not.
what are you doing?
We're having a group hug.
Well, knock it off so neighbors will get the wrong idea. By the way, I just called Harriet McConnell to cancel.
Coastline. With only this towel between your hot flesh and the cold, wet sand.
I brought my son Skippy home from the hospital in this towel job.
You're lying, Blanche.
You know, Mrs. Contini, the matchmaker who brought us together. I realize the process is hopelessly old-fashioned, but it's a lot more personal than those video dating services, don't you think?
I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake. I think you'd better go.
Wait, can I see you again?
Probably not. I will be at the Florida State Women's Prison.
I took you.
Look, Ma, you know what I'm talking about. You complain, you belittle.
You know, Dorothy, I think maybe you're being too hard on her. I know how difficult buying shoes can be. Sometimes you get yourself a really good-looking salesman and you try... I'll turn her in, Dorothy, but first, go out there and take care of those men.
Blanche, I have to take care of my mother.
I can't take care of both Miles and the men.
Oh, Dorothy, please do this for Blanche, for me.
Oh, all right.
Now listen, I don't want my plan to go to waste. I still intend to date Jane.
5 years and she doesn't know your name is Eddie?
Well, I guess I have to feed you. Let's go look for a place to eat, Roberta.
No, her name's Dorothy, your ex-wife.
Store calls it chicken chow.
Maledizione.
Oh, Ma, what's wrong now?
Living with Angela the last 3 weeks has been a nightmare. I don't think she's ever gonna leave.
What has she done now?
She used...
Ma, I can't believe that you're seriously considering getting involved in this.
Martha's a sick woman, and she doesn't want to get any sicker. She's gonna do it anyway, so why should she die alone?
This is wrong, Sophia.
Forget about whether this is right or wrong. Ma, I'm worried about...
Conway Twitty.
The problem is Robert charges $300 and it's just not in my budget this month. Oh, that's the trouble with being beautiful. The maintenance will kill you.
I have an idea, Blanche. How about moonlighting and making some extra money?
Another job? Rose, I already work.
Things out.
But there's still time.
I think my time has passed, Rose. 22 years I've been Mr. Terrific. 22 years! I was doing weekend weather forecast when I turned an old blanket into a cape and created Mr. Terrific. Kolak the pup.
Do you think you're the only gray-haired spinster substitute teacher named Dorothy wasting her life away in Miami?
I'm sorry, Sophia, but in Dorothy's defense, it sure does sound a lot like her. People need help making decisions. That's the way it was with Thor, our pet lamb. From the time he was first separated from his mother, he wouldn't eat, he wouldn't sleep, he wouldn't frolic with the other sheep.
You're slipping into verse, Rose. Keep it simple.
Daddy got the idea of...
Are Miss July's all-time favorite films?
You're right once again, and I believe that she has taken up windsurfing since her magazine appearance.
That's correct, Alex.
Thank you, Johnny. Charlie?
Hey, I'm on a roll. Give me more babes for 500.
Wait a minute. This is ridiculous. This isn't Jeopardy.
It's a dream.
Hello, anybody home? Welcome wagon, come and get it.
Hello, Rose.
Mr. Hubbard, I didn't expect...
Grace took a turn for the worse, and, well, she's out of pain now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play the music, Rose.
But you can help me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Frank.
Big Daddy promised that watch to me.
In writing?
It was in the will.
Is this the same will where he promised the summer house to Gopher from Love Boat?
No, this is the sober will.
All right, you can have the watch. It's in my room.
Oh, not now, I'm late.
I can't believe it. I'm 50. I'm an old lady who hasn't accomplished a thing in her life.
You haven't accomplished a thing? You raised 3 kids during the Depression and always managed to have food on the table. You held down 2 jobs as far...
I'm back.
Oh, Ma, it's so good to have you home. And I was wrong. I have no right to tell you how to run your life or who your friends should be. I mean, you're obviously doing something right. You've made it to 83. I guess it's just me trying to hold on to you.
No. You made it without giving away my present. Sophia, you stop trying to make me tell you. Relax, Rose. Dorothy already told me what it is.
She did?
Yeah, what a present. Boy, was I surprised.
Dorothy, I didn't know you already told Sophia that her surprise was in...
Rose. Oh, so you have to ask yourself, do you feel lucky? Well, do you? Punk!
Go ahead, make her day. Wait, Sophia, where are you going? To my room.
Oh, you can't. It could be dangerous.
Please, I'm 80. Bathtubs are dangerous.
Lasagna or cannelloni?
Oh, Ma makes great lasagna. I can never get mine to taste as good. She says it's because I don't sing to my marinara sauce. That's her secret. She sings opera to her sauce. Except, of course, during the holiday season when she sings Nat King Cole.
I'll just leave the kids with Stan's mother.
Over my dead body. That gorilla scares the children. Your Michael didn't sleep for a week after he saw her the last time.
Ma, that is enough. One way or another, I'm going to earn that money for the television set.
Sophia, would you just tell us so your husband can enjoy his meal in peace?
Tell me what?
In the end, anyhow, what's it matter?
Yeah. I mean, what does it matter? If you know that you're going to end up dying anyway, you might as well do what you want to do.
Like having ice cream on the chocolate cake.
You know, I knew someone who went to this fabulous restaurant in Paris and just had watercress for lunch.
It's time to play Grab That Dough with your host, Guy Corbin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Grab That Dough, the show where all you really need to know to win.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's easy to be cheerful around you two? You know how many of these stinking hot toddies I have to drink to keep on a happy face? Well, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not speaking to either of you.
And I'm not speaking to you either.
Me neither to either of you.
Bye.
Charlie, he never stopped talking about her.
You knew Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh, please sit down.
I served with your husband in the war. 82nd Airborne, Fort Bragg to Nottingham to Normandy and back, thank the Lord. Charlie Nyland was one of the finest men I ever met. I often wonder why he put up with a wise guy like me from the back street.
Anyway, we were just a few miles out of town.
You know, I am a little tired. I think I will lie down. I'm tired myself.
Me too.
I'm exhausted.
Fine, but I'm warning you all right now. I'm telling the rest of that story as soon as you get up. Oh, thank you. Sophia! You're welcome. Rose!
Any wonder we get nursing home brochures by the truckload?
Your chins too, Dorothy.
You know, I'm still a little confused. Now, who exactly is Ricky?
Lucy's husband.
I thought Desi went
Down. I thought you did.
Of course, that way, not only does your face fall back, but your chest does too. Unfortunately, it falls back and off to the side.
From the ball and her 3 wicked roommates are jealous.
We are not jealous, Ma. We are angry. You left us sitting in jail.
Hey, I sent over the bail money. You were out an hour later. I think that was just about the time I was nibbling a giant shrimp out of Jerry Reed's hand.
Are you all right?
I feel better than I have felt in a long time. To my friends, who made being sick a little easier because they cared.
$400? Back in St. Olaf, the most expensive room is $18.50. And that includes the cow.
All right, Rose, why would you want a cow in the room?
It's the law. They like it too.
That's because you bring the stick to them.
I know, they get so excited when I fetch. Well, you like having them over too, don't you, Sophia?
Yeah, I like them.
That's because it temporarily shifts the blame if we find a puddle on the floor. Way out of hand. First of all, there is no such thing as a curse. Now, all right, we've had a little bad luck, but ladies, I mean, that's life. I mean, when you look at it, has anything that out of the ordinary really happened?
Simpler America. I turned to my wife, Barbara, and I said, Mom, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, sorry, I must have lapsed into George Bush's inauguration speech. Where was I?
Lightning bugs.
Right. I liked them so much I'd catch them in glass jars so I could watch them light up whenever I wanted.
You.
Oh, but Dorothy, you don't get it. My accountant reminded me that I've been audited before and I've never had to pay a penny in back taxes. I have a way with auditors. The last time I was audited, I got money back from the government.
Blanche, it's not a refund when the auditor leaves 2 20s. Why did you say eh?
It just came out.
Me too. Did you have fun rebuilding the old business?
It always felt like something was missing.
I can tell you what that was. My Salvador. Apologize for sleeping with Sam. Everybody does.
Blanche Devereaux, you sit down and shut up and listen. I did not sleep with him, and I didn't lose the earrings. You did. Not to mention my watch, which I didn't even know you borrowed.
I thought I'd mention that.
No, you didn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry doesn't cut it, Blanche. I've spent all week making...
We'll help you next week. The point is, she practically glows every time she speaks his name.
Do you think Dorothy's in love?
Well, she's very definitely smitten. And with a little help from us, I think she can fire Cupid's arrow into the tushy of love. The tushy of...
Who would have thought it would rain for 24 hours straight? Red sixes. Francis Farmer, I know what I saw. There's a party out there.
Blanche, I guess we made a mistake.
Honey, look, we'll cancel the party. We'll send everybody home and forget that the whole thing ever happened.
Yo, everybody, the party is off. They want us out. But you're all welcome to come back to my place if someone can tell me where it is.
Categories to the Book of Genesis.
Hey, Doc, I bet you wish you hadn't wasted all that time on Darwin now,
Along with Torah, another name for the first 5 books of the Old Testament.
What is Pentecost?
I'm sorry.
What is Pentateuch?
Correct.
Strong. Strong, like me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went through heart surgery too, didn't you, Sophia?
No, I take nitroglycerin because I want to explode.
Here you are. When you weren't at home, I figured something was wrong. She'll be buried in an unmarked grave in a potter's field.
Gee, that's too bad. Any more of that cheesecake?
Blanche, how can you be so callous?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pretend to be in mourning. Mrs. Claxton worked overtime at being a horrible, nasty woman.
Yeah, Blanche is right. I mean, that's why nobody wants to go to her funeral.
There's only one way to handle this.
Rose! Rose, no! Rose! Rose, don't go out! Rose, come back here!
Don't worry, Dorothy. I was trained in psychology back in St. Olaf.
That doesn't count, Rose. In St. Olaf, they think that Freud is a way to cook chicken. Norman, why are you ripping the pages out of that book?
Because my daddy's rich.
Norman, do you know that there are boys and girls less fortunate than you who have never even seen a book?
Hey, everybody's got their sad stories.
It's all your...
Look, it's my marriage. I never should have come here in the first place. That was a big mistake. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning.
A natural blonde?
I am a natural blonde.
Right, Rose. You and Tina Turner.
Did Dorothy tell you she's going to be a grandma?
Oh, that was a secret.
Oh, Dorothy, that's wonderful. Why didn't you tell us?
Because we're not 100% sure. I didn't talk to Kate. Ma did.
Remember, Dorothy, you need to grab $500 to beat the blue team and get a chance at what's behind the window. Ready? She's all ready to grab that dough!
I'll just leave the kids with Stan's mother.
Over my dead body. That gorilla scares the children. Your Michael didn't sleep for a week after he saw her the last time.
That is enough. One way or another, I'm going to earn that money for the television set.
Sophia, would you just tell us so your husband can enjoy his meal in peace?
Tell me what?
Handling, not a kidney.
She is trying so hard to be brave.
She's very convincing.
Well, you have a wonderful night, Stan.
We just wanted to stop by and wish you luck in case we don't see you again. Before you leave. For the hospital. Not another world.
If you're old enough to remember when Sinatra was skinny, please send letter and photo. This is the one. He's perfect. I found myself a man.
I just got a call from Thor Anderson in St. Olaf. He's going to be in Miami next week, and we're getting together for dinner and to talk about old times.
So?
I have to say what I feel.
Miami has so much appeal.
A great place to get a seafood meal.
Miami. Wanted to thank me for the work that I've been doing on the Hotchkiss project.
Oh, that's lovely. Just lovely. Especially since there wasn't all that much work involved.
Ma, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing with the sherry?
Don't worry. I'm not going to drink it. I was just going to hide it from the dog.
Takes so little to make her happy. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, honey.
Rose, good.
Just not around anybody in uniform.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true.
Something disgusting and unattractive about me?
Yes.
Now you cut it out, you old worm woman.
What's wrong, Blanche?
I'm in love, that's what's wrong. I am desperately, completely, helplessly in love.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm giving you the last rites, Mr. Ferguson.
I'm not Mr. Ferguson.
Then what are you doing in bed with him? The man's dying, for God's sake.
I hate being called a widow. It sounds so permanent and final, and I don't believe for 1 minute that it is. I know someday Charlie and I are going to be together again. Probably not in the old house. We don't need that much room. I mean, the kids are grown and we'll both be dead.
Ma, you made that whole thing up. Now, what is your point?
That I made it up. It was a little lie that gave me a lot of pleasure. If Rose is happy and there was no harm done, let her have that.
You know something, Ma?
I don't want to turn around. Do any of you see the door in the window? I don't. Good, I lost him.
Lost him? Lost who?
This guy who keeps following me all the time. Apparently he's English. I met him down at the center. He's got the hots for me. As much as an English guy can get the hots. So, what's new?
Not much. You?
Not much.
My condolences on your husband's passing.
Thank you. I've been in mourning 22 years.
My wife's been dead.
Yeah, we get it. So what was he like in bed?
I want Leon off the team. Now, I don't care if he is 6'11" and weighs 300 pounds. The boy can't spell his own name unless he copies it off his jersey. Well, no, I'm not going to tell him. You tell him. You're the coach.
Dean Tucker.
Come in. Look, we'll talk about it later.
Toilet paper, the Weston's house. My mom.
Don't worry, she's gone to bed already. Well, did you have a good time tonight?
Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, girls, I cannot tell you how nice it is to be with Stan lately. He's fun and attentive and...
I tell you, that Disney World hotel was just wonderful. It had everything. Good service, delicious food, a beautiful room.
What did you think of the rides?
They got rides?
Don't worry about it. You had a good time and you never had to stand in line.
We'd like to stay and chat, but we want to get settled in our new place.
Blanche, what is that thing?
She's decided to install a change machine.
Oh, it's called a Holter monitor. Makes a kind of ticker tape of the heart.
What's wrong with your heart?
Oh, nothing. Dr. Stein just thought it sounded a little irregular. I think it's because
Have I played what?
All right, Rose, have you finished writing my campaign speech? Check. Sent out the invitations for the party?
Check.
Made my appointment to meet with the refreshment committee?
Check.
Good.
And it was a surprise.
How's that possible? Another man showed up?
What I mean is, I had never seen a man before.
Great!
Excuse me, ladies, but we always dress for dinner here. And in your case, we'd appreciate it if you do that for all 3 meals.
Hi, girls. This is not what it looks like.
What they do is their business, but if I ever see your hand on Rose's behind, it'll kill me.
Ma, will you knock it off? I have to get back to sleep.
Oh, good, I'm so glad you're awake. I'm so glad you're awake. I'm taking my bed back.
Fine. Rose, get into bed. Ma, get out of here and take your teeth with you.
Don't make fun of your mother. If I didn't wake up tomorrow, you'd never forgive yourself.
I'll risk it.
It feels better being honest with you, too. And I'd hate to think that this is going to keep us from being friends.
Well, honey, of course it isn't. Oh, no, I'll get used to this. I will. Well, look at me already. I'm practically comfortable seeing you here.
No, we're all out.
All right, I want an answer, and I want it now. Which one of you has been dipping into my Vicks Vapor Rub?
I took it, and my chest was already completely cold.
About a woman who eats her way from behind the Iron Curtain.
I think we just better go to another hotel.
I'm afraid that would be an exercise in futility. There's not a vacant room in the city.
Girls, this is terrible. I mean, we're going to be on national television in 7 hours. We don't have any clothes, and now we don't have...
But you say lovely to a date who's just shown up in a light blue tuxedo.
Well, I meant lovely no matter how it came out.
I guess maybe I just didn't think you'd recognize good taste. You know this house was done by Nancy Reagan's decorator.
At 10 o'clock.
I don't know what you just did, but you'd make one hell of a yodeler.
Blanche, Rose?
Oh, hello. Dorothy, I'm glad you're here. There's something I want to ask.
Now, what a shame. We finally have something in common, and I'm moving.
I've never done anything like this before. Tell me, is it possible to love 2 men at the same time?
Set the scene. Have we been drinking?
I can't sleep. I just keep lying there, thinking about that look on Mario's face when he heard that he might be deported.
Might be, Dorothy, not will be. Now, maybe after the hearing, the judge will let him stay.
But it's all my fault. I probably got him kicked out of the country.
Well, don't just stand there.
What?
It's your perfume, Blanche. It gives you away every time.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry. Okay, I got it. My Uncle Carlo always used to say, honesty is the best policy. Of course, Uncle Carlo died a penniless drunk.
I don't understand.
The point is, if you're honest every second of it...
You are not the kind of person I want as a friend. Why don't you go to the Mortimer Club by yourself?
I don't understand.
Let me spell it out for you.
Go to hell.
I've always given you my love and respect. If you can't give a little of that back, you're no longer a part of our family.
Dorothy, I'm telling you, we're doing great. The song will be fine. All we...
You again, how have you been?
A little lonely, but I'm better now.
Oh, that's sweet.
I cannot believe how much I've missed this little girl.
This guy is growing antlers.
I guess I better say goodnight. I had a very nice...
problem. We have to find out what Sophia and Angela are mad about, and then force them to sit down and settle it. It's like that old Scandinavian saying, you can let two angry mackerel fight it out in a purse, but don't ever plan on carrying that purse to a formal affair.
You have another date with Ken. Oh, Sophia, do you believe it?
And I thought my head was spinning from the splash of vino in my lemonade.
Sophia, you don't put wine in your lemonade.
No. You're right, I don't. It was a dozen words.
No.
All right, I'll get you a picture. Now move. Hey, that sign says no soliciting. Come back here and I'll blow your head off. Capiche?
I'll get it.
Pussycat, I have another hypothetical.
This cheesecake is delicious.
It's not bad for store-bought.
I'd love to have another cup of coffee.
I will put on another pot.
What's all the racket? Oh, Martha and the Vandellas are back.
It's all right, Dorothy. I've got one of...
So we're a family. We're a family stuck in a diner on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but at least we're together.
Boy, I know I'm feeling better. My craving for cheesecake has returned.
That man was so nice to us. I wish there was something we could do for him.
Maybe there is. Have each other. And I'll tell you the truth, when we had the money, we did crazy, ridiculous things. To be honest, I'm glad it's gone.
Girls, my cousin who took baby just sent us a letter.
Oh, please let there be cash in it. I can't stand being poor another day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't come in here to apologize. Why don't you leave?
Why should I apologize?
I'll tell you why, because you're nothing but a backstabbing Judas in sensible shoes.
Well, you know what you are? You're a 2-lira tramp with cheap bridge work.
May you put your dentures in upside down and chew your head off.
Excuse me, miss, you can't go in there.
Oh, the hell I can't. I ought to kick your butt from here to Tallahassee.
I'm sorry, Blanche.
You're sorry. Do you have reporters badgering you? You have roommates calling you a liar? Richard. You know I am very, very fond of you. But I think we have a problem.
A problem? Let's look at it.
But when you first proposed to me, the thing that scared me the most was the idea of being a mother again. Today's my birthday.
Today's your birthday, Blanche? Today? Dorothy, did you hear that? Today's Blanche's birthday.
And I hate birthdays.
And she hates birthdays.
Only thing I hate worse than birthdays is surprise birthday parties. What did I get when I walked into work today? A surprise birthday party. Oh, I was so upset I almost threw it.
Rest of the garbage.
Don't worry, she'll get over it.
And even if she doesn't, who cares? We're gonna meet Bert
I always get this reaction when I wear the tight jumpsuit.
Tell me, what'd you find under the...
Sophia, that was a very sweet thing for you to do.
Hey, Rose is a good kid, and I like her a lot. But after all is said and done, I would sell Dorothy to the gypsies to get that bedroom.
You might as well come over for a look. How about, say, 12:20? Oh, good. Well, I can't wait for you to get your hands on it either.
You're not having company, are you, Blanche? Because I want everything to go smoothly for Miles and Caroline.
Ma, why are you trying so hard to ruin my weekend?
You don't get it, do you? This weekend could have been a lot of fun until you decided we were going to have quality time.
Oh, is that so horrible, Ma? All I wanted to do was have us finish unfinished business and say things to each other that we never...
It's for Dorothy. I think it's Glenn. That's the 4th time he's called today. Well, you know what we're supposed to tell him. Go on.
Hello? Dorothy's not home and she's never coming home again. Now, don't call here anymore. This is Rose. Who is this?
You don't tell them their father's dead.
Now, look. Big Daddy didn't sound sick when I talked to him. He was just missing me. That Virginia's always accusing me of not being there when the family needs me. This is just her way of getting me to rush home. Believe me, everything's fine.
Well, just the same, Blanche, I think I better go to Atlanta with you.
You sure all you want is coffee? The corned beef here is really primo.
No, I didn't even want the coffee. And you were the one who said it'd be rude if I didn't join you. Besides, I thought the little woman had you eating things like sprouts and roots and...
For a couple of hours. If I had asked, would you have said yes? No. There you go.
That is why Blanche ran out of gas. You'd been driving her car, hadn't you?
You know how embarrassing it is to drive a car with a bumper sticker that says, so many men, so little time?
I see you finally got your new glasses.
Yeah, I also got these to beg for spare change on the corner.
That is enough! Now look, we have to stop this moping around. So we don't have the money anymore. I mean, we still have a great deal to be thankful for. We live in a lovely home. We have our health and we...
Oh, you're adorable.
Cute as a button.
Please, please let me finish. I know I'm plain to look at, but everything I do seems to drive the opposite sex crazy. I don't do it on purpose. I mean, it just happens. The way I look at a woman, the way I make love to a woman, the way I...
Read, Rose, don't talk. I must publish a guide to go with my book. It's too full of references people could not possibly understand. It will be taught in universities.
We go in on everything equally, but this is $4 a can.
Look, we have to have, these are absolutely essential. If you ever have a date with a man who's a little sluggish, a tin of these and a bottle of cold duck, you'll be prying him off the wall.
What happened?
You know when you told her to drop dead?
Yeah.
I think she did.
About this. I told you he was younger. Yes, but you sure didn't tell me he was white. No daughter of mine is marrying some skinny white boy.
Giving a veteran his last wish and making some dough.
I guess they can stay.
Thank you, Rose. Here, take this out there, make sure they pay.
Oh, I don't think it's right to charge them.
Neither do I, but he hates pity.
I understand.
I'm really touched. I'm also soaking wet. All right, one group hug and let's hit the road.
Oh yeah, honey.
Just in case what?
In case something should go wrong. I've been to enough funerals to see how they make up dead people. They look like clowns. You expect to see a dozen of them jump out of one coffin.
Well, nothing will go wrong. I've done this procedure 100 times. You'll be fine in a week. All we do is cut a small...
Be if they grow up, not when they grow up. That's why I'm asking you to please unplug your bombs. I'll bet my bottom dollar, or in your case, your bottom ruble, that if you called President Reagan, he'd do the same thing. It's just someone has to be first. Thank you.
Dorothy, you haven't even touched your Mr. Ha-Ha dog.
You're right. I touched it.
And now it's time for the Mr. Ha-Ha Birthday Roundup. When I call your name, please come up on stage.
Oh, fine. I wouldn't dream of infringing on your privacy. Look, Rudy Valley!
Where? Dorothy, I'm going to give you to the count of 3 to give me back that box. 1. By the way, your reflexes are a joke. Her hair will fall out. Her heart will stop. Her eyes will burn like 1,000 red-hot suns.
Mom, why do you keep playing this game if you hate her so much?
To relax.
He is so sophisticated and charming and rich and handsome. He fairly screams Blanche. At least he will before I'm through with him. Girls, look! It's the St. Olaf Woman of the Year trophy. It says here I won Woman of the Year after all because...
Let's share it.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Don't you see? We belong together. We're an artful complement of individual tastes, enhanced instead of concealed by each other and served in...
Oh, well, I hope one day you meet the woman of your dreams, but in the meantime, who are you and what are you doing in our bathroom?
I'm Dwayne, and that's Rick. Hi. And I'm Winston Hardwick III.
Well, we're very glad to meet you, but what are you doing in our bathroom?
This is our room. I'm afraid these 6 of us are going to have to share.
Your chins, too, Dorothy.
You know, I'm still a little confused. Now, who exactly is Ricky?
Lucy's husband.
I thought Desi was...
You're trying a little too hard.
Oh, I don't. No, Rose, I admire you. When you want something to happen, you go for it. Me, I dream.
Are you back on that showbiz kick again?
Oh, yeah, Ma, you know, I was always pretty good at it, even way back in high school. Ma, do you remember those variety shows that my class used to put on? I was really very good.
Well, it's unspeakable. That's what it is. Absolutely unspeakable.
Oh, Blanche, are you pretending you just found your first gray hair again?
Dorothy, just because you have to walk around looking like an English lawyer doesn't mean everybody has to. For your information, I'm upset because I had a...
I'm glad. You know, we've been so worried about you.
Well, I guess you can cry just so long and eat just so much. Then you have to pull yourself together and get on with your life. Besides, there'll be other Richards. Of course, they won't be as charming or as handsome or as rich. I better stop. I'm starting to depress myself again. Sophia, look!
Pines Retirement Home. Except here the lights and the exit sign work.
What's our plan, Dorothy?
What is this, Mission Impossible? Do I look like Peter Graves?
You could if you'd put a rinse in your hair and wear a lighter shade of lipstick like I think.
Here, I'll tell you what our plan is. Now, there's $10,000.
What did you do?
Well, I just had the test, and then I had a nice long talk with myself about being with so many men. And now when I'm with a man, now I know his complete history, and we take all the necessary precautions. I just wanted you to know I understand this is not an easy time.
Thank you, Blanche.
Mrs. Barnett?
Intelligent letter to Reagan and Gorbachev might just do the trick. Anybody know how many Z's there are in Czar?
I don't know why I bothered to make this. I could have had Rose sit on my hand.
To this day.
Nice.
I'm working off all my excess sexual energy.
Why don't we just hook you up to the toaster and make Pop-Tarts?
Don't make fun, Dorothy. This is the 5th Friday night in a row I haven't had a date.
Honey, you're just in a little slump.
Is that what this is? I've never been in one before.
If I don't say it, I'll never get to sleep.
What?
I like you very much, Rose.
I like you too, Jean.
I think you're very special.
I think you're special too.
What I really want to say is
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Please. Okay, honey, just a second. Ma, he wants to talk to you.
Hello, Mike.
Absolutely, Rose. That one's even more popular in Europe than it is here.
I met a beautiful young Sicilian aerobics instructor, gorgeous eyes, angelic mouth, and behind it must have been made on a Saturday because even the good Lord himself would want to take a day off to admire it.
Oh, get over it.
I hope you're not too upset about not fitting in with those dreadful people today.
Those small-minded Peckerwoods aren't real Southerners. I am a case I'll get a boob job, too. I'm not going to the hospital. People die there. They go in, they don't come out.
Ma, that is not true.
I'm still not going. Sophia, you have to go. You can't just ignore your hernia.
Blanche is right. I mean, right now it's very minor, but honey, left untreated, it could be very serious. Honey.
That's exactly what she said when that shoe salesman took Polaroids of her in the back seat of his Volare.
Good morning, Ma. Good morning, Pussy.
See me drive home. Come on, baby. 1, 2.
Anybody seen my purse?
Oh, God, Ma, how could you do this?
Relax, Dorothy. I probably left it at Sonny's place.
Of course you did, right next to his body.
How did you know?
It's all over the front page of today's paper.
Oh, that's not Sonny. That's a dead guy. Of course he is.
Gotcha! Trapped like a rat. Okay, so you're a mouse. Either way, you're out of here. Oh, listen, you had your chance. Lamar Zbornak. Why don't we just pin a kick me sign on the kid? It's Roger.
Lamar.
Roger.
Lamar.
Roger. Lamar. Roger.
Fabulous. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving already.
Call me.
Poker buddy.
You know, I don't think this dinner was such a good idea.
Now, Rose, please don't leap to conclusions.
I'm sorry, John, but I think I'll just catch a cab.
Rose, you're hurting my feelings. Believe me, this is not...
This is so exciting. This is so depressing. Oh, it's Saturday night and I'm all nervous and jumpy because in a few hours there'll be a handsome new toilet at my door.
What's going on here? I walk into the bathroom, and instead of a toilet, there's a hole in the ground.
Except for the one that I have prepared. Laughter from the audience. What can I say about my good friend Agnes? I'll never forget the last time I spoke to her. She said, Rose, I don't understand you. You work so much harder than the rest of us.
Oh, Ma, how can I?
Why, Dorothy, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I single-handedly ruined a man's life today.
Which hand?
This hand! What difference does it make what hand? I ruined him, that's all. I was in over my head. I played with fire and I lost.
Y'all my gift next, okay? I just thought this was such a cute idea. I made the same one for each of you. Here, Sophia.
The man of Blanche's boudoir.
It's a calendar.
Please excuse me, we'll get back to your fascinating hospital story later.
Ted and Lucy said that we could have the baby again next month when they go away for a weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited.
Hello, everybody.
Blanche, what are you doing here? Is something wrong? I mean, we didn't expect you.
And as a symbolic gesture to underscore my concern, I've done something very special tonight. In addition to my sizable donation, I've just dispatched my top aide to one of the many shelters in our community with the jacket I've just purchased. May it provide warmth and comfort to one of our...
Rose, if we can convince Pepe just to show up there and get knocked out, everybody will get what they want.
Well, what if he won't go along with that?
We'll talk him into it. There's no shame in taking a dive. In Sicily, it's a time-honored tradition.
Called me, Rose. I know why you wanted to have dinner.
You do?
You wanted to tell me that maybe we should stop seeing each other.
Ernie, that's not true.
Now, come on, Rose. I mean, after all, you can't be happy with the way things are. I mean, you're a healthy, active, sexy woman.
Well, I'm also a patient woman, Ernie. I mean, really.
But no tongue. What the hell? Oh, look, my beautiful daughter is home from school. Hello, pussycat. Sam?
It's Stan, Mrs. Petrillo.
Yeah, right. Now find someone who cares.
Dorothy, what the hell are you doing with my brother?
Calm down, Stanley. It's just a routine search.
I can't believe that you're so desperate that you'd stoop to this.
You can't talk to me that...
Around here. And besides, you have your own friends, don't you?
Well, I've sort of lost touch with my new beach friends. Well, that's okay. I'm a loner. A rebel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually living right on the beach. Okay. Once upon a time in the magical land of Fluffuvenhaven, lived Tunder the mediocre tiger. He was called mediocre.
I mean, let's face it, life is as interesting as you make it. And at Ma's age, it's harder to make the effort. I don't know, I guess I should be grateful that she's at least able to get out, even if it is just to buy a nectarine.
Well, girls, since it's raining, we could tackle some of those jobs around the house we always talk about.
I'll change that bulb. And you told us, Blanche, because he's blind.
Yes, because he's blind, but you don't know what it meant to me dating a blind man. John took away the one thing I'd always felt secure about, my looks. How do I always attract men? By being pretty, by acting sexy, showing a little leg. With John, those things don't work. I spent half the time One afternoon, I thought I saw Pat Sajak riding side saddle on a dolphin.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
Oh, yeah, good idea. There's that salad in the fridge. Sophia? No, I have to finish this. Knit 1, purl 2. 5, 6, 7, 8.
First, when we ran out of gas and then had to run 2 blocks in the rain to get here.
Incidentally, I appreciate everyone leaving me stranded after my heel fell off in the middle of that intersection.
Good evening, ladies. Welcome to Albert's Diner. I'm Albert, and Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. I'd just like a cup of coffee, please.
Coffee? Sure. Coffee all around?
Actually, I'd like to go to the dock, Lily, and visit her often. I'm going to need rides.
Oh, you can count on us,
We
sweetheart.
sure can.
Absolutely. Now, come on, it's getting late. Let's get dinner. Notice how they seem to follow you wherever you go?
With wanting to be liked. And Blanche, do you remember what I looked like as a kid?
Oh, yes, I do. You were a beautiful child.
I was not. I was short and fat with braces and acne. And I used to think to myself, oh, I would give anything to be just like my Aunt Blanche. To be pretty and popular with lots of...
गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय नका करू तुम्ही माझा नाद मला समजू नका साध का करताना तुम्ही वाद मग होताना बरबाद नका करू तुम्ही माझा नाद मला समजू नका साध का करताना तुम्ही वाद मग होताना बरबाद अग्नी संघ खेळल्यावरती वैर लक्ष्य भाजलंय ये माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय मी अग्नीचा रे ज्वाला नका जाऊ तुम्ही वाघाला येणं येऊ दे कोणी विद्याला नाही तर कोणाच्या बाला मी अग्नीचा रे ज्वाला नका जाऊ तुम्ही वाघाला येणं येऊ दे कोणी विद्याला नाही तर कोणाच्या बाला हिला गाणं म्हण जना ते संगीत गळ्याला साधलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय झोतो म्हणता बाप्पाला माझ्या लगेच पोरग माजलंय ये माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय अरे माजलंय म्हणून गाजलंय भल्या भल्याला पाणी पाजलंय
you.